Hello students, good morning. Let us see content of unit number 1 and we will start with uh, topic by topic so that we will be able to cover our syllabus in time. So in our previous 2-3 lectures, we introduced in general the subject, that is engineering economics and financial management, its importance. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen this then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any problem, please let me know. So this is very interesting and we can say the backbone of engineering, because finance or everything is dependent on the finance. And if we are working as entrepreneur, or if we work as entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a professional, financial aspects are too much important, because we are working for we can't say directly we are working for money, but it is a part of profession that we should get sufficient profit. Then only it will be easier to give good service or to grow. Otherwise, it's not like an NGO or any social service that we are working, we are constructing the houses of the people at no profit, no loss. Some part of profit can be utilized for growing our business, expanding our business, or to provide, to prepare more infrastructure facilities, to have more projects in our hand, like that. And so understanding the financial aspect is important, not for civil engineering only, but for all the engineering domains. If we take example of any project, it is directly associated with the finance. म्हणजे तुम्ही, if we take any example, or if we think of constructing house, purchasing flat, purchasing plot, taking loan from the bank, joining any service, any employment, recruitment of the people, every day we come across such financial terminologies, but we are not that much aware that we are thinking on that particular aspect. If you are going to shop, you will see that if you want to purchase some clothes, you will see what is my budget or what is the range of available products, and accordingly you will select as per the number of clothes you want to purchase, its unit price, and money you want to invest or you want to use for that particular purchase. So if your budget is of 3-4 thousand, you will not purchase or you will not plan for 5 to 10 dresses or material, clothing material, because you have to see how much money is available with you. Similarly, in day-to-day life also, if you are visiting to vegetable market, then also you will visit 4-5 shops, 4-5 vendors. You will see where is the good quality of vegetables are available, which you want to buy. Suppose you want to purchase, I will name in Marathi. You want to purchase kothambir, methi, then again dodka or some more vegetables and ale, which are daily requirement as a part of our food making process. So in that case, you will see where you will get at the cheaper rate and where is the quality. So you will start comparing the products available and the price. You will start to negotiate with the vendor. You will ask if someone tell that this methi is of 15 rupees. You will ask, or you may sometime ask, or you will see that some other vendors are uh, giving it or selling it at 10 rupees. But the size of that particular पण त्याला पेंडी म्हणतो, that is smaller, quality is not that much good. So you have to compromise somewhere and you have to see that how much you want to invest, or you are utilizing your funds to purchase that particular commodity, we can say, that particular object. Similarly, in market also, when you are going for purchase of flat, you need to understand what is your requirement, how much square foot area you want to purchase, or the size of the flat, size of the plot, market rates per square foot rate काय आहे, maybe 2,500, 2,200 per square foot plus parking plus MSCB plus stamp duty. So there are so many considerations while planning a purchase of flat. So if it is costing 25 lakhs of about 800 square foot, then you may not have sufficient funds available with you. You will ask bank to provide home loan. Then bank will also check your income, and accordingly they will provide about maximum 80-85% of the total cost. म्हणजेच 25 लाखापैकी they out of 25 lakhs, the bank will give you about 20 lakhs or 18 lakhs only, and remaining part you have to bear. Or that loan amount is sanctioned and you can go for purchase of particular flat. So you have to repay the bank that particular amount with interest in maybe next 15 or 20 years. Generally, if you are taking 18 lakhs of loan from the bank, in 20 years, bank will take about 36 lakhs from you. But you think that, or usually it is taken in 20 years period. So time value of money is also important, because bank is giving you 18 lakhs in one installment, or as per the requirement, as per the progress of the project. So all these aspects related to banking, finance, in our day-to-day life, what we see, need to be studied properly for becoming sound in financial terms, so that you can plan your business or your entities, your we can say day-to-day activities clearly. Many people could not get success just because they are not confident in the financial or risk taking, we can say, processes. They are not well aware of the risk associated with the projects, what type of opportunities are available, how we can uh, go for more profit. So with quality and with all standards, by following all standards also, you can get enough profit. There is no need to use substandard material or poor quality, but still there is scope for getting 20% or 25% profit, clear profit in your business. But you should have enough knowledge about all the expenditures to be done in respective processes, like purchasing of the material, execution of the material, then again other expenditures like salaries of the people, labors, transportation, then other office expenditures. So, while planning for any industry or any project, you should have some sufficient balance with you that we call it as assets. Liabilities is also one more term that you need to pay to the others. आणि त्यातला जो फरक आहे तो आपल्याला बघायचा आहे की त्यावरून or considering the difference between assets and liabilities, you can think of expanding your business activities. So we will start introducing our subject topic by topic. It's very much interesting. Some part of finance you have studied earlier till 10th also as one of the subject economics. Some terms from that particular subject will be utilized here also or in your some further subjects also. Even in day-to-day life, we can give one example. If you are visiting one guest house or relative's place, generally you take some fruits or some sweets to their children's. So if apples are cheaper in that particular season, you will purchase 1 kg of apple, 1 dozen of bananas. But in general, if the rate of apple is of about 100 rupees per kg, you will purchase or 50, 60 rupees kg. Sometimes 7 up to 70 rupees kg is also available. That time you may purchase 2 kg of apples. So you generally had planned or have planned about the amount you want to use for that particular purchase, about 100 rupees or 200 rupees. In this present scenario, generally people utilize as a small gift to their children. Some may purchase more also, depending on their purchasing power. But in general, as a requirement, likewise, we bring some fruits, sweets at our home. Similarly, we can gift it to other relatives also. So if one is not having sufficient funds, he may not think of apples. Instead of that, he will purchase bananas, 1 dozen bananas. So that may cost him 30 rupees or 40 rupees instead of 1 kg apples of 100 or 200 in this season. So accordingly, in general also, we compare or we see the finance as a important aspect in our day-to-day life also. Similarly, there are different laws associated with the finance, like replacement law. There is one law of replacement that you have replaced apples with the bananas, substitute value. So if we see, there are many philosophers, many scientists who have proposed, who have prepared many philosophies and many laws associated with the economics that we may see in our syllabus also. So our syllabus is nothing but introduction to such different terms in different units. We will try to create more interest by studying all these concepts with some practical examples, day-to-day examples with construction applications, as well as with some notes, some PPTs, and some videos also, so that you will be able to understand the different concepts related to finance. And as this is a new course, many topics are new. We will try to prepare good understanding for each topic, and we will guess what type of questions can be asked on each topic in our examination or evaluation schedule. So in general, if we see the syllabus, you can see as a prerequisite, fundamental knowledge of economics and accounting is required. So accounting is part of commerce, that is BCom, Bachelor of Commerce, MCom, CA, Chartered Accountant. So some terminologies from the accounting are available for our study. So I will plan, or you may invite some of your friends, relatives who are working in accounting section, in as a chartered accountant, in taxing, in consulting, related to accounts and tax. There are many accountants who are working in the finance. So some lectures from such experts will help you or will give you idea about how these different processes are carried out, or what are the important aspects of accounting and finance. So in general, broad objective of this subject is to apply knowledge of accounting and financial management in civil engineering projects. So to apply the knowledge of accounting and financial management in civil engineering projects, to prepare, appraise, evaluate, and approve financial plans and interpret financial data. So after studying all these units, you will be able to become confident in some of the terminologies, and at the end of this course, that is course outcome, on successful completion of this course, the learner will be able to. So these are the course outcomes based on each unit. From unit number 1, you will study understand basics of construction economics. Unit number 2, develop an understanding of financial management in civil engineering projects. Prepare and analyze the contract account. Decide on right source of fund for construction projects, like loan from the banks. Understand working capital and its estimation for civil engineering projects. So we will see what is working capital. Illustrate the importance of tax planning and understand the role of financial regulatory bodies. So this unit is related to tax planning. आपल्याकडे or the income, all the income is not mean for us. Part of that particular income is given to the government in form of different taxes. Income tax, you may have heard about income tax. You may have heard about GST. So all these terms are nothing but taxes which are given to the government, and government utilize collection of this fund for providing you the different grants and subsidies or different developing infrastructure projects. So if you are thinking that government should construct roads, government should construct airports, government should give you house, government should give you water supply, good quality water supply, enough quantity, then government should have funds, and so government collects such funds from the employers, from the industries, and many more resources like businessmen, different shops. So part of it, or part of income from even hotels, you may have you may have seen the bills generated when you visit the hotel. GST 28% or 18%, I think 28% GST is there. On some goods, it is about 24 or 12% GST. Goods and service tax. So construction economics, definition, principles, importance in construction industry, assets and liabilities, balance sheet, numerical on preparation of balance sheet, profit and loss account statement, difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics, basic economic problems along with case studies, construction economics, structure of construction industry, economics of roads and buildings, irrigation and power, ports and aviation. So I have provided details of or some extra videos for your self-study also on our Google Classroom. You may visit Google Classroom. So topic wise, economics, definition, principle, importance and construction industry. You should go through all these videos at your own for revising different concepts or studying these concepts in different angle. Then balance sheet, numerical on preparation of balance sheet, profit and loss account statement, then difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Many good videos are available on YouTube. I have listed some of the such videos for your ready reference. Basic economic problems along with case studies. What are the problems as of today we are facing or in general planning construction projects, construction economics, structure of construction industry. In general, we will see the project, different parts of the projects, how they are planned, how economics plays important role, how we should plan the projects like this. Then economics of roads, buildings, irrigation, power and ports and aviation. So if we see different projects, we need to think differently for different projects. Considering the investment pattern, the inflow, outflow or investment, yearly investment and yearly returns. Depending on that, you can have investment in different projects, or particularly if you are constructing road, then you may get return in terms of toll for next 20 years. You have to invest on the principle of build, operate and transfer, like this. Construction of buildings, as a entrepreneur, if you have started one township or any construction of any building which you want to sell to the customers, then you have to plan accordingly. There is Maharera Act. Based on the provisions in that particular Maharera Act, you have to provide the buildings or the infrastructure as per the contract to the customers in time, otherwise there will be penalty. You have to utilize funds received from the customers as a part payment for that particular project. So there is some legal provision through that particular Maharera Act. And if you are planning for irrigation projects, you see the infrastructure projects cost a lot. Thousands of crores are required to construct a dam or any multi-purpose irrigation project. I will show you some of the big infrastructure projects in India, construction of big townships like Amravati in, I think, New Telangana or that particular Andhra Pradesh city capital development. Then irrigation projects, there are so many big irrigation, lift irrigation schemes are available. Many dams are constructed in the Western Ghat. Many rivers originate in our Western Ghat and they brings water to their command area in the drought prone area, we can say even in Baramati or even in Solapur district or in Nagar district. The water from the dams or river getting in the Western Ghat area, you will see the rainfall pattern also. In Mahabaleshwar, you will see that there is about average annual rainfall, that is yearly you may find about 6,000 millimeters, that is 6 meter in height. If we collect the rainfall, the water quantity available in particular box will be of depth of 6 meters. Our height is about maximum 1.5 meter or 2 meter we can say. So in general, if we consider our height as 2 meter, you can see 3 times the human height, the water will be stored in the Mahabaleshwar if we collect it in open tank having uniform cross-sectional area. So 6 meters of water can be collected in a Mahabaleshwar. As compared to Mahabaleshwar, in Baramati, you will see that average annual rainfall in Baramati is 560 millimeters only. So 560 and 6,000, that is huge difference. And accordingly, we are planning our irrigation projects. The water stored there is brought to the uh, downward side, and that is used for irrigation and producing different agricultural fields or developing or irrigating that particular agricultural crops. Then power, we are utilizing that particular stored water in the reservoirs uh, for the generating hydroelectricity. Even power is generated from coal, thermal power plants, nuclear power plants, solar power plants, windmills. So there are different sources, different plants, and as per the availability, you can go for such projects. You may have seen some windmills are constructed in the hilly area like Thosegar waterfall near Mahabaleshwar or Satara, Vansukavade, Kas Pathar, or even on some hills on the different plateaus or different areas or in different districts. Then ports, development of port, the amount of money required for the development of port is also huge. Similarly, you may have come across development of Navi Mumbai airport. There is issue over the name to be given to that particular airport, although it is not constructed yet. So the land required, the different standards as per the aviation, the landing and takeoff of big aeroplanes, and the length of runway required, the terminals, the connectivity for the Mumbai, Pune, or many cities. Similarly, construction planning for the construction of Saswad Airport or Pune Airport expansion is also going on. But there are issues related to land acquisition. So in next semester, you will see Maharera Act and Land Acquisition Act also in our architecture and town planning subject. That is also very much important to study such legal aspects as a civil engineer or as a professional. That will give you good exposure for the planning or having good investment opportunities. So if we get time, we will see some of the videos together also, and I will request you that you should watch all these videos or some many more videos from YouTube, from NPTEL resources, and you should try to understand all these concepts from different angles and to the depth. Then only it will be helpful for your development. Otherwise, the passing in any subject is not that much difficult nowadays, but knowledge should be utilized for your own development, and that will be required to survive you in next 30 40 years. And if you are not studying properly, if you are not going through the all this subject content in detail, or university may help you to pass easily each subject, but knowledge gained will be available with you to survive, to excel in your future life or in further years, and that is more important. So this degree or passing these subjects is just like a stepping stone. The that is minimum criteria, but to excel in life you have to think ahead of all these limitations or out of these all limitations, and you should think broadly to develop different skills in you by utilizing available time with you. For that reason, I have posted one link today about dams and floods. These links are not opening from this Google Classroom, but I have emailed all these links also. From that, you can open all these videos, and you should understand how dams are constructed, how dams are useful, and how still the floods are coming. Or if we take example of Sangli Satara floods, Pune floods in last 2 3 years, what parameters are considered, how the storage in the different dams is planned, how they plan storage in the dam, or how they release water from the dams. So there are many terms. You will study some part of it in hydrology also, in dams and hydraulic structure part also. But such lectures from directly from the industry, like Secretary of Irrigation Department, will give you more insight about the planning process, and you should be attached to such projects along with your regular teaching learning process, so that you will get more interest, you will get more practical knowledge. Earlier we used to have good site visits, but as of now, uh, due to this distance type of learning or online teaching learning process, we are unable to visit many sites. Otherwise, till date, we may have, or we might have visited 2 3 construction site, 2 3 projects nearby for introductory economical aspect. And even generally we were planning visit to one good hydroelectric power plant like Dhombalkodi, Koina, Niradevgar, Bhatgar, Panshed, Orasgaon. So we visited many dams. Uh, Yearly, we visited about 1 or 2 dams for the better exposure of the students. Industrial visits are very much important because that give you practical insight and practical knowledge. And for that reason, I have requested you to get connected with one of the construction site nearby to you to understand all the concepts what we are studying in our subject or in our civil engineering. So if you have time, enough time, if you are at home, you should see which construction sites are available nearby to your place, who are the similar experts in your city, in your area, in your village, who can talk, who can guide on such topics. You can suggest me one of the expert who is ready to deliver online lecture for all. So you have to take initiatives, then only it will become a collaborative activity. If everyone is bringing one new topic or concept or new activity in our day-to-day activities, then it will become a big collection. Likewise, every drop counts. म्हणजे पावसाचं पाण्याचा थेंब थेंब मिळूनच पाणी समुद्र तयार होतो, किंवा तलावातलं पाणी साठतं आपण असं म्हणतो. थेंबे थेंबे तळे साचे म्हणतात त्या पद्धतीने. सो सिमिलरली यू हॅव टू think differently, you have to take interest for your better development, and you should attend lectures also regularly. You should go through the different links, self-study assignments provided on Google Classroom. That will create your more interest, and that will help you a lot in our professional life. So you can prepare notes, as books will not be available immediately as per the syllabus, but reference books are available. You can go through these books as per the topics, but one single book containing your whole syllabus will be available maybe after some days. So you can prepare good notes, you can upload it unit wise here as a PDF file. I am updating all the recorded video lectures. If you miss any one of the lecture, you can revisit these lectures for your understanding. So we will just go through the topics from the different units so that you will get idea what we are going to study in our syllabus, and your antenna or sensor will be remain active whenever you are going in our day-to-day life. You will see that we have to study all these concepts in this subject. So introduction to financial management, long and short term source of finance, equity, debit, government grants and alternative sources, numerical on calculation of leverage ratio, EBIT and dividend payout, financial market and instruments, money market, secondary market, credit, bill and income security market, goal of financial management, key activities in the financial management, role of financial institutions in the construction sector, banking, NBFC, we will see what is its meaning, long form, housing finance institutions like HDFC or banks, others, then contract and costing, construction financial management, role of financial manager in construction financial management, meaning and features of contract costing, types of contract and contract costing procedure, contract account, this is important term, definition, format, specimen of contract account, treatment of various items in the contract account, methods of recording and reporting site accounts between project office and head office, capital budgeting, budget, types of budgets, master budget. You may have heard about railway budget. Now that is included in our financial budget. Yearly, state government and central government are planning the financial plans for each year. You may have heard in the February, March about all these press release and finance minister discussing or conveying the details of that financial plans. Master budget, cost estimating. Similarly, we have to plan for our project also, that is estimating and costing. Cost estimating and budgeting in civil engineering project. We have to decide the cost of the project, and depending on that you may get some loans, grants, or you may have tender to construct that particular project. You may invite bids, you may select one of the company to go for construction. Likewise, stepwise, there are so many projects there are so many steps that need to be followed to construct the complete project, starting from the initiation to the complete handover of the project. You can take example, you can see detailed project report of any construction project, feasibility report, the estimating and costing, the different drawings, and day-to-day working of that particular project. So that is why it's important to get associated with one of the project nearby to you and understand all these concepts. Time value of money, as discussed, bank will give you 18 lakhs for the purchase of the house, but they will take 36 lakhs from the you as a repayment, considering the interest payable. Simple and compound interest. So considering that particular interest, you are paying double amount to the bank, and that is nothing but the principal amount and interest. So as a repayment, if you are paying about 18,000 rupees per month, out of that the 11,000 or 10,000 may be of principal amount and 8,000 rupees will be of interest. So in each EMI, you are paying part of principal amount, that is 18 lakh, and remaining amount will be of interest to that particular amount in that particular month. So as day by day the principal amount part will go on increasing and the interest will go on decreasing. That we will see how it happens, how the EMI is calculated based on the simple and compound interest. What are the formulas for simple interest? You may have, you must be remembering PNR. What is PNR? N. Then numerical on competition of interest that we discuss, rule of 72, process of capital budgeting, techniques of capital budgeting, economic decision making in construction project, depreciation. Depreciation is nothing but the reduction in the price of that particular commodity. Like if you purchase new car, and if we try to sell out in next year, it will not be giving the same amount that we purchase, but 10-20% price will be reduced. Likewise, if we take purchase of a car of 10 lakhs, after 1 or 2 years, you may sell it as 7 lakh, 8 lakh, but you will not get 10 lakhs. That is nothing but depreciation. We in Marathi we call it as Gasara Mulya. The day by day, its value will get decrease. But in some cases, like investments in the plots, lands, the depreciation value is not there, but there is appreciation. So instead of depreciation, but that also depend on the market. In this pandemic situation, there is depreciation in the cost of flats or land also. People have purchased land or plots at higher rates in 2014, and after slowdown in the financial sectors, the prices has been reduced. So we need to think of different such investment opportunities, different methods to calculate depreciation. There are straight line method or declining rate of method. There are so many methods to calculate depreciation. Means, in short, what is depreciation? So if I purchase a car of 10 lakhs and after 10 years, if its value is of 1 lakh, then there is depreciation of 9 lakhs in 10 years. So yearly there is depreciation of 90 lakhs if we consider it straightforward. So in the first year, the price of that particular car will be 9 lakh 10,000. Similarly, 90,000 will be reduced yearly, but in some cases it is not in equal amount at starting. At the end, you have to consider different aspects, different phenomenons, and we will come up with some different values by different methods. Hello, is there any problem? So impact of, methods to calculate depreciation and numerical on it, impact of depreciation in economic decision making. So if bank is providing finance to particular facilities, they will consider depreciation amount also. Or you may have seen that even the insurance of our car, while insuring or renewing it yearly, they consider depreciated value of that particular car. So if your vehicle is insured, you may not get full amount of the car if the car is lost, but you will get the depreciated value. Means if the car is of 10 lakh, as per the depreciation value, if it is costing or if it is its value is 8 lakh, the value or the return or refund you will get will be considered for 8 lakhs only. Similarly, working capital, meaning types of working capital. This is the amount of fund required to work day to day for construction projects. Components of working capital, operating cycle, factors affecting working capital requirement, working capital management, estimation of working capital, components of working capital in construction company, inventory management. Inventory is nothing but storage, techniques and financing resources of working capital. Taxation and financial regulatory bodies. Introduction to direct and indirect tax. We will see what is direct and indirect tax. As a taxpayer, we pay for direct taxes. The amount is deducted from our salary. Indirect tax, if we consider, if you are purchasing any item or any goods, then the taxes are also levied on that particular product during its manufacture, and they are collected from the customers. So if we see the farmers, generally people say that there is no tax to the farmers, but while purchasing many things, farmers also pay taxes, and these are the indirect taxes. Likewise, uh, we pay while purchasing many items in our day-to-day life. The companies or the manufacturer consider all these taxes, and these are collected from the customers. So impact of GST, goods and service tax, we will see what is GST. There are many videos available, many lectures available on the GST that is introduced in 2018, that is uniform throughout the India on construction industry. Tax exemption for contractors, property tax we pay for local municipal councils, for our flat, solid waste management, uh, sewage treatment, sewage disposal. Uh, then again, for the lightning facilities, roads, all these taxes are collected. Even while purchasing car, road tax is also collected. So similarly, there are so many taxes we are paying in our day-to-day life, and we need to understand how the working, or how it works, or how the different taxes are collected. Methods of calculation and numerical on computation of property tax, tax deduction against income from the property, corporate tax planning, financial regulatory bodies like role and functions, ICRA, Information and Credit Rating Agency of the India, SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority, RBI. You must have seen there is governor for the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, and whose sign is there on our currency notes. You may have heard about repo rate, the or you will study by your own research what is repo rate, that is rate charged by the RBI to the different banks. Likewise, banks, if Reserve Bank of India is charging or reducing its repo rate, then our banks, that is SBI, will also charge little less from the customers. If I have taken home loan from the SBI, if the interest rate is of 8.5, and if central government or RBI has reduced repo rate by 0.5, then they will reduce that particular interest from the customers also. So many times, as a planning strategy, development strategy, government think differently so that people will purchase more homes. There will be cash flow in the market, and there will be more employment opportunities. Indirectly, if people are ready to purchase homes, then it will give a rise to different businesses also, because you will see cement, steel, and many workers are working in the construction industry. So indirectly many peoples will get benefited. So similar different economic principles are used in the development. Recently, or in day-to-day life, in day-to-day news also, you may have seen the petrol prices are rising, how it is affecting, or why the prices of petrol, diesel are increasing, uh, how it is affecting. And many people, many products have been available in increased price. So you can refer some of the online resources available posted on the Google Classroom, as well as I will provide you more resources. I will provide this PDF for your study: financial aspects of construction projects, means of finance, need for finance in business, in business. We will study all these terminologies through this PDF. Sorry. Okay, there is a lot to learn this subject from different angles, but you should take initiative.
Grammarly is your personal writing assistant for clear emails, confident messages, stronger essays.
हेलो दोस्तों, क्या एसेट्स को दोस्तों हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? एसेट्स को हिंदी में बोलते हैं संपत्तियां। क्या बोलते हैं? एसेट्स को हिंदी के अंदर बोला जाता है संपत्तियां। ओके, एसेट्स। तो अगर एसेट्स की बात करते हैं हम, सबसे पहले एसेट्स कौन सी होती है किसी भी बिजनेस के अंदर, व्यापार के अंदर? संपत्तियां कौन सी होती है, एसेट्स कौन सी होती है? तो बिजनेस के अंदर वे सभी चीजें जो फ्यूचर के अंदर बिजनेस को पैसा कमा कर देगी। बिल्कुल सिंपल है ना, इसकी डेफिनेशन बता रहा हूं। बिजनेस के अंदर अवेलेबल वे सारी चीज।
Okay, we will take attendance.